Many children of celebrities didn't take the pressure of having famous parents well. Here are the top 10 celebrities with troubled kids. Michael Douglas. Michael Douglas has been nominated for 2 Academy Awards and 4 Golden Globes. Cameron, on the other hand, has 3 drug charges under his belt and is serving a 5-year jail sentence. The famous actor's son was found selling methamphetamines out of a high-end Manhattan hotel and was sentenced to 5 years in prison. But the narrative doesn't end there. While incarcerated, Cameron routinely broke prison rules by having his lawyer transport drugs to him. As a result, his sentence was lengthened. Douglas was released early from prison after serving 7 years, 2 of them in solitary confinement. He plans to publish a book about his experience after spending time at a halfway home in New York City. Jackie Chan. This action star is a Hollywood legend, both in the United States and in his native Hong Kong, but his kid isn't exactly an heir apparent. Jackie Chan, who was born in 1982, is a singer and actor. However, in 2014, he was arrested after being caught up in a drug bust. His residence contained almost 3 ounces of marijuana, according to authorities. Under local law, he might face harsh penalties such as life in prison or the death penalty. Although he was found guilty, he only received a 6-month sentence. Regardless, Jackie Chan, who has been an official anti-drug advocate since 2009, suffered a severe setback. Tom Hanks. Chet Hanks, the son of famed American actor Tom Hanks, has always seemed to be the family's black sheep, and his drug-related run-in with the cops along with another car reinforced this. He rear-ended a man in California in 2015 while inebriated. He checked himself into rehab not long after that incident. Because the car was registered in their names and they were allegedly aware of their son's troubles, Tom and his wife Rita were charged as co-defendants in the case. Chet, who has appeared in films like Fantastic Four and the TV series Shameless, said on Instagram at the end of 2016 that his newly born daughter inspired him to get sober. James Brown. If you were to pick a song from this legendary soul singer's discography to define Venetia Brown's behavior, it would have to be extremely terrible. Brown worked at St. Stephen's Ministry of Augusta Inc. in 2012, where she allegedly stole an SUV. When her boss saw her driving through an intersection the next day, they got into an argument, and Venetia allegedly sped away, dragging her boss over the hood of a parked car in the process. Now, we've all had fantasies about getting even with our bosses, but you're never supposed to act on them. Laurence Fishburne. Montana Fishburne wanted to pursue a career in the film industry in order to follow in her father's footsteps. She, on the other hand, chose to do so in a pornographic manner. When questioned why she made the decision, she said she wanted to be like Kim Kardashian and utilized the movie as a springboard for her career. Laurence reportedly dispatched a private investigator to keep an eye on his teenage daughter because he was embarrassed and concerned about her safety, while Montana allegedly faked a suicide attempt in vengeance. While she's been relatively out of the spotlight since filming the tape in the early 2010s, she was arrested and charged with DUI in 2017. So, it's not exactly a promising job path. Nicolas Cage. Weston Cage has a lengthy history of problems, both major and minor. He was arrested twice for domestic abuse against his then-wife Nikki Williams in 2011, He got into a disagreement with his personal trainer the same year about what he was and wasn't permitted to eat. He allegedly attempted to kick the trainer, but was severely beaten in return. Despite the fact that things appeared to be looking up for Weston after a trip in recovery, the start of a new relationship, and the birth of his son, he was arrested for a hit-and-run and given a DUI in 2017. Hulk Hogan. Living in the shadow of a successful father, especially one as well known as Hulk Hogan, actor, musician, entrepreneur, wrestler, and all-around household celebrity, can be difficult. After smashing into a tree in 2007, the Hulkster's son, Nick Hogan, was charged with reckless driving. His blood alcohol level was found to be higher than the legal limit of 0.02%. Furthermore, he was a minor at the time. The fact that his passenger was gravely injured in the crash and is expected to require continual care in the future is arguably the worst element of the situation. Farrah Fawcett and Ryan ONeill. Despite the fact that his parents were both famous actresses, or perhaps because of it, Farrah Fawcett and Ryan ONeill's son Redmond has suffered for the whole of his adult life. When it was discovered that he was in possession of heroin and a weapon the previous year, he was sentenced to 3 years in prison for violating his probation. He was first jailed in 2008 and was believed to have violated his parole 4 times. Due to overcrowding in jails, he was eventually freed early in 2016 and granted credit for 300 days served. Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando, arguably one of the most famous actors of all time, was also the father of one of the industry's most troublesome children. Though he had a few acting roles when he was younger, Christian Brando is unquestionably most known for his highly publicized 1990 pre-trial and subsequent hearings. Christian shot and killed Dag Drolet in the living room of his father's Beverly Hills house after learning that his half-sister had been abused by her lover. After pleading guilty to manslaughter, he served 5 years in prison before pleading no contest to spousal abuse charges years later. Before the matter could be resolved, he died of pneumonia in 2008. Martin Sheen. You'd probably find a picture of Charlie Sheen in the Hollywood dictionary if you looked up the words controversial or troubled. Charlie, the son of well-known actor Martin, is a talented actor in his own right. He appeared in one of the most popular television shows of all time. He is most known for his drug abuse, sexcapades, and tendency to make foolish comments, but he is also recognized for his drug misuse, sexcapades, and his tendency to make absurd statements. In the 2010s, he was sacked off the program and replaced by Ashton Kutcher because he was out of control and impossible to deal with. Ouch. How about you? How would you handle it if you have famous parents? Please share it with us in the comments section below. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more updates about your favorite celebrities.
Thanks for watching.